Alright guys, so let's jump over into LoopCloud because on this video we're going to choose some vocals, and I think I found the one. Once again, I kind of skip ahead just so I don't kind of crush the time of the videos here. I use LoopCloud. It's super awesome, super easy to use. It's a great way to find samples quickly. It looks technical, it's really not. I start up here, I go to Instruments, I select... Ooh, this looks weird from a second ago. Oh, probably because I have it already selected up here, Vocal. You can see that you can select different things here, different elements. Usually over here there's one that says Vocal. I click on that, and then I go over to Key and BPM. I clicked Minor, and then I clicked E. So now all vocals within LoopCloud that are in E minor came up. I clicked over here, started going down the line. By clicking play and listening, I found this one, which I think will work out. Wait, was it that one? Let's see. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, it's this one. I think that could be cool. Now, once again, consider what I just got done saying about things that sound good alone may not necessarily sound good in the track. For 2 points, being that I have almost 300 racked up, I'll take a chance and use it because I can hear, and this is something to think about for yourself, even if this vocal does not work in the actual driving part of the track, you know, the drop, if you will, or where the meat of it is, the dancing part of the track, I hear in my mind that that could be good for a breakdown as well. So there's no harm in using this vocal for the breakdown, and then as the build-up builds and it goes into the drop or into the beat, you can use a different vocal or chop this one and edit it for a more appropriate version of it for the drop or the beat. So just something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and grab it, and let's see how this goes. I'm going to download it, and the only real way that I know how to... I'm sure there's a more sophisticated way to do this, but this is what I usually do. Okay, it's right there. We'll drag it in, and that's it. You have a vocal. Kaboom. Let's turn it down a little, and let's just experiment with how it sounds. Okay, I think it'll be okay. Let's get rid of the steel drum for a minute because I feel like it's a little busy. And let's shut our loop off. I'm not sure. It does sound a little busy. I think it's the kind of the choir or chorus in the background there, the multitude of people. I think if we could find the dry version of that with just what sounds to me like a male voice doing ad-libby stuff, that could work. However, that's okay because it's still a really cool vocal sample, and oftentimes what I'll do, just so things don't get too busy, is I'll probably place this in the breakdown, as I was saying before, and what I'll do is... it depends. I'll either place this in the breakdown, and then it only is used in the breakdown, or what I'll do is it cuts out once the drop comes in, and what takes over as the focal point will be the steel drums. Or I reverse it. Steel drums in the breakdown, and then the vocal and bass line take over in the drop or in the beat, basically as sort of your main focal point. So maybe a steel drum melody in the breakdown to get you to relax and calm down and feel tropical. And then to get you hyped, we go into a tech house kind of common ad-libby vocal, groove and bass line kind of thing. So just something to think about there. I probably, by the time we see the next video, maybe I'll see if I can find something else to work in the actual beat part of it, like in the drop. The thing that's challenging about what I make here or my style is that I usually like a bass line that's grooving. And a grooving bass line, a funky bass line, tends to have to move, generally speaking, in a quote-unquote quick way in order to achieve that feel. You know, over the course of a bar, you're hitting a lot of notes. It's not like big chord held down, big room EDM at times where you're just massively hitting and laying on a chord for a bar or half a bar, and then all the notes change. It's very quick and plucky. So that's a challenge because what is also typically quick and plucky is steel drums. So you have a bass line that's moving a lot, and you have steel drums that are moving a lot, both in a staccato kind of way, a quick, plucky way. So it tends to race the mind. And then when you have vocals that are doing the same thing, very ad-libby, typical tech housey kind of scat kind of vocals, if you will. Um, all of that is plucky, quick, sharp, transient, heavier it can be, and that starts to kind of defy the rules of what makes like kind of a mood or like a song that can really work without a lot of complications. So you have to kind of pick and choose your battles with that. Sometimes that means I just make chords out of steel drums. Sometimes that means my bass line of my tracks are a little less funky. They don't move as much. It just depends on what I want to shine. Sometimes that means I don't use vocals at all. So keep that in mind as you're crafting your sound and applying these techniques to your tracks.